She said, roar X3, so it's true love at first sight. Throw out my candy bracelets, now I'm headed to class. I'm still 20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the ying. I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you. I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is never.
Minor issue. My apologies. Having issues with screen detection. My bad. Minor issue. I fixed the mic too. We're gonna just create a whole new display capture. I've run into this problem a few times. Oh my god, no. Oh, wait. Okay, so I've had some issues. I've had an issue with, a few things. We'll see. Well, one second. I have an idea. We're gonna try grabbing specific application, please. Come on. Work with me. And we got it. Cool. Perfect. There we go. And we got it. Cool. Okay. Sorry about that. The display capture for some reason captured my vertical monitor, which is where I have the V-Face sync and the Discord chat. I'm not sure why it did that, but I've had a weird issue with OBS. I think I need to update it. I didn't update it today when I did that, or the last time I tried to capture stuff. I think that's probably the issue. But yeah, we should have everything working again. Let me know if there are any issues on your end, but I don't think so. I'm viewing the YouTube one. It seems good. Okay, cool. So, now that's out of the way. Apologies, everyone. Welcome to Gloomwood. It was a recommendation from NeuroDragon again. This one actually stuck out to me because of like, wait. It's like Thief? Ooh, because I haven't finished the original Thief. But I do like stealth in video games. Or like attempting to be stealthy in games that let you do the whole choose your own way thing. I did the stealth archer in Elder Scrolls. Although to be fair, what I did more so was like illusion mage, more so than just like flat out sneak archer. I did illusion magic because why not? Okay, so what do we got here? Difficulty is moon shape and then bloody moon. Oh my god. Okay. Note, this looks like the fucking weird face thing from Berserk. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Bahamut or whatever it is. The weird flesh amulets that are signs of the apocalypse or whatever and turn people into demons. This looks like one of those things. Weird as fuck. Anyway, we're going to do for a balanced experience with Half Moon. That should be cool. Enable quick saving. Yeah, sure. Brightness and contrast. Adjust the brightness of the moon on the left is no longer visible. Okay. Oof. Alright, that's about... Trying to make sure it'll be like the same way for you guys as it is for me, so I'm actually using my main monitor, because my base monitor is a HDR has HDR enabled. So adjust gamma until the moon on the right is neither too dim or too bright. I think 50 is about good. I think 50 is about good. Play safe as always, eh? Trauma from Nightmare from Doom? No. My trauma is the base difficulty of Blood. If you don't recall. Blood resupply or whatever? Blood fresh supply? Remember that? When I turned on the medium difficulty and got killed in the first area like 10 times? Sorry, I'm not taking chances with that again. Just the contrast. I do love when games like give you example stuff. Too many games I find will use like really simple stuff when they're doing their brightness tests or whatever for different monitors, where, you know, games where it matters, where you have a lot of shadowing. One of the things I do like is when they give you something that you'll actually see in the world. So like the moon, for example, is good because it shows you two versions of things, one obscured by shadow, one not. And it's letting you kind of judge what you want the difference between those two to be, rather than just saying, hey, do it until you can't see this part, or do it until you can barely see this image. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not really telling me how much like brightness is going to be. You're not really using an actual object or anything. This is apparently an early access game, though, so I'm not going to be probably doing it for like more than one session. I'm probably just going to do one session and get a good view of it. Where are we? Okay, we can like lean back and forth. Taylor Shetchet. Taylor Shetchet is on music. Oh my god, I saw Taylor and S, and I was like, wait, Taylor Swift is on music. No, Taylor Shetchet. Okay, so I guess we have to get out of here? Oh.
Ah, good doctor. What an enforced.
Oh! Oh, we are fucked. We're in a murder pit.
Kidnapped and brought here.
We're in a murder pit.
Well,
Also, one sec. I'm going to turn on subtitles. They must have subtitles on, right? Subtitle mode, yes. I would like general subtitles. I would like dialogue subtitles, too, yeah. We're going to turn subtitles on.
you gotta listen to me.
Thing with new Blood games is tough, no matter how hard they get. It's new Blood, so you know it's going to be fine-tuned with responsive controls.
Should help you stay out of the light.
Alright, I still don't know why you gave this to me, because I missed the start of this. Oh, you're just called Stranger, okay. Weird. I mean, we're in a murder basement, so that's weird. Is this supposed to be like our light gym? The old lighthouse. It's so weird not having E be, like, I have played so few games that have you tilt. I know that you could tilt with, Thief, but it's so weird to not have E be select. Good luck, Doctor. There's more to the city than you could possibly imagine. Are we the Doctor, or... Oh, they're still turning up there. Wow, we're in, like, a serial killer place, aren't we? Okay, so I guess this is like our light gym, right? Like it's like our Thief light gym. So our I guess our ring is like the light gym from Thief, where, you know, it tells us how much we can see or how visible we are. So like even if we're in the light, it's not until this is like glowing, now we're visible. Once it starts like kind of glowing a bit, we are visible. But if it's not glowing, left control, I'm crouching. I'm already crouch walking. Oh god, I really wish I turned on Hall Effect. Because I actually have a Hall Effect keyboard. Mostly because I know how to like replace the keys on. Oh. Alright, stay in the shadows. Stay in the shadows. Oh shit. Shit. Back in the darkness. No, he's over there. Okay. Yeah. Blood is gonna be hard regardless. I already knew about that. Stepping and landing on a soft surface is quieter than a hard one. Okay. Yeah, it's teaching all the basics. I should probably not get in the blood. Space to jump or mantle onto ledges. Oh. Hold space to do it. Okay, got it. Once you get your cane. I did see that they apparently give you a stored cane, which is...
Hey, Doc. They put your fancy sword and things in the room back there. They might still be there, if the rats haven't gotten to it.
Where is he? Where is this man? Who's talking with me? F to open the door. Hold F to quietly open it. Okay. A few of the lift buttons weren't working right, so I've taken them to my workshop down the hall for fixing. Okay. And that's not working. Fuck. Yeah, no, I did see I had a sword cane, though, which is one of the... Oh, we have, like, our health... Why do we have a fucking EKG meter in our journal? The fuck is this? Oh god, a mind sine wave. I haven't seen this since, like, System Shock 1. Is it just as meaningless as it was in that game? Oh, man. Okay. Journal. Fairless button. Case manual. Okay, here we are. So we have 9 weapons. I'm guessing we're gonna eventually get like a full boomer shooter level loadout. Although apparently this game is somewhat focused on stealth, and I would like to actually play it as a stealthy game. That's the thing that like entertained me. Rotating item is Q, E, picking up, quick carry for tab, place item with mouse F or R, examine item, quick drop, item action menu, obsession with minimalizing in-game HUD and stuff. You are drag DR, so it's natural you can guess your health or something. Flip equipment and storage. Alright. We're gonna open it slowly. Alright. Also, if you're wondering, I have become even more World of Darkness. Alright, so... Oh, we gotta stealth and grab the key off the guard, okay. So it's teaching us the basics, right? Get into the light, get into the shadows, hide from the guards, don't let them see you, that kind of shit. I really wish you had a bit more of a pattern, though. Although I guess it is, like, starting to teach you. Okay. Grabbing everything I can, because kleptomania is like a skill you get from games, especially minimalizing games. I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying it doesn't seem to teach me anything. We're running out of some important material for the operation, the oil secreted by local squids and octopuses. Oh, joy! We're hunting rare marine life for special resources? Am I getting a Dishonored vibe? Weird. It's almost like Dishonored is basically just Thief 2.0, but with, like, worse writing. I have actually played a bit of Dishonored. I haven't finished it. It was near the end of my completionist era, and I never, like, finished the game. But I did get, like, most of the way through, and I've seen the endings and everything, and I can say it's mostly just worse writing Thief. With a hint of... Because, like, yes, you can murder people a lot easier, and there's a bit more focus on combat. I would guess Innsmouth, personally. Yeah. I could see that. Although they are working with, like, hypnotic toads and jars. Then again, yeah, I guess it's more alchemical than, like, purely, you know, scientific. Dishonored was more into science. And, well, we've got rats. We've got the Dishonored rat boys. Alright, I'm guessing I can't really do that. So, we can't really do him. Maybe we're supposed to, like, attract his attention and draw him over here? It is really annoying that you had to do, like, the hold. Wait, did I can't tell. There's so many like random sounds. I can't tell if I've God, this is so annoying because I have to like stand. Okay, this is a weird ass place. I just stand at like just the right angle in order to hold the door open. Okay, I guess that is kind of interesting. Hobbs lost the crank to the power generator, said the spine eel came right up and took it from him, tried to wrestle it. Steampunky universe with Eldritch Plague sort of after. So science, magic. Whoa, okay, wait. It's a steampunk-inspired universe, but with an eldritch plague. You're describing Dishonored, buddy. You're just describing... Okay, let me ask you a question. Is there a... Gods. Is there a plot by a secret cabal of elites to seize power from the current authority structure via like a coup or conspiracy? Because if that's the case, it's Dishonored. I'm sorry. At that point, it is just Dishonored. Oh, we got a map. We got a map. Draining pool, beltway, killing floor, lock-in room, freezer. I was just in the freezer, so we must be in the workshop. I like that there's no games in early access. How should I know? Also, this are in Thief treats as well. Yeah, but Thief specific. I don't think Thief has a supernatural plague. I don't think Thief has a supernatural plague, does it? Unless I'm like deeply mistaken in my memories of that game. What like little I do remember about it. I don't believe there was like a supernatural plague or anything. Ah, I have my very, very... What is this?
What is it this time?
This fish is clearly rotten.
Oh.
Lucky I feed you at all.
Thief has plenty of supernatural steampunk, not plague specifically. That's what I was saying though. I was saying like literally, it's a steampunk world with a magic plague, and I'm basically saying if there is also a conspiracy by both the wealthy elites to overthrow the current regime, then that would basically be the plot of Dishonored 1. The only difference would be the only difference would basically be who we are playing as at that point. Because I imagine we're probably not playing as a guy who's trying to get his you know, his daughter back or whatever. Okay, so now I can go sneaky, sneaky, stabby, stabby on this man. Is Dishonored steampunk though? Definitely steampunk inspired. I would say 100%. It's, well, okay, I've heard some people call it whale punk because everything's powered by like the whale oil.
I will.
Oh. Wait, I was hoping I would like actually get a, you know... Oh, I can like stuff him in the vents. That's cool. I literally stuffed this man's body in a vent. Can I... Oh, wow, I have a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I'll leave some of these here for now, I guess. Okay, this is weird. We have a fucking... This is a Resident Evil style inventory system here? Why? Okay, well, wait, what was that? Wait. Old... I think there... I know there was like a thing for like putting something in your... I want to say there was something for putting something in your inventory, right? I guess not. Okay. Kane have to learn back thrust. Then you get instant... Oh, wait, I have to learn... I have to lean. Oh, like that. I have to like hold down. Stabby stabby, I guess. I can't even see this guy in the cell. I can only make out his vague outline. Good design. I like it. Okay. Alright. We got a nice, like, starter level here. And I've got a map. The only thing that I did like about it is when I found the map, I didn't immediately... Oh, God. What was the, Where do I go for my... Ah, God. I keep forgetting the controls here. Sorry. I'm being a little ridiculous. Input mapping. Journal entry. Alright, so inventory. Journal is J. I'll just use that to get to the menu. Holster weapon is H. Reload weapon is R. Holster weapon is H. That's such a... I guess it makes sense. Like, it's a good letter, I guess, to put it on. It's so weird to have that be H. I don't know why. I don't know why that's fucking with me. Wait, they don't have anything as G. Wouldn't that make more sense? I mean, like, I get that it's holster and not, like, getaway or something, but, like, come on. Okay, So, yeah, alright. So we'll use J to get in there. Alright, so we've got our map. I'm hoping they do leave this on its own, though, because I do like... Okay, I like not having, like, someone... Yes! Okay, they're not pointing out where I am. I like this because it makes me have to, like, figure out where I am on my own. I've always enjoyed it when... Like, don't get me wrong, I get frustrated when I can't find my way through stuff, but I also get a lot of fun enjoyment out of, like, having to figure out where I am on a map and plot my course. It's something I've always enjoyed doing. I quite frankly used to hate it, but I've grown to appreciate it. So I'm right next to the workshop, like right here. We head back here will be the elevator and the washroom. Wonder what if difficulty impacts the amount of enemies or their vision. I don't know how difficult. Boom. I can't even see in here. Holy shit. This room is dark as frick. Oh, wow. What happened in this place? Like, there are a bunch of, like, weird cultist guys, but there's also a prison? I don't understand. What is going on here? Okay, the holstering seems to work well. Oh, wait, no, this is the washroom. So this is the elevator? Oh. The elevator is, out of order, I guess. Sucks to suck, I suppose. I wonder if I can, like... Ooh, maybe I can place this in here and... Yes. Can I grab this chain? No, it's not. I'm not really standing up yet. Oh, well. Okay, so we've done everything. I think we've done everything in this area for now. We need to find another crank. So we can access that steam thing. I think what I'll do is I will open up this door, unbolt it maybe? Okay, so I open this now. Okay, I've got that open. Is there anything over here that I need to see? Anything I need to see? Alright, I guess not. Okay, pull back over the map. We've explored the south section. So, we've been over here by the workshop freezer and clock-in room. We're in the break room right now. There's stairwell A, but we can't access that because it's locked off. So we have the draining pool, we have the washroom. Well, wait, washroom to the waste pit. There's a note about the waste pit. I'm gonna go check that out. Unless the fish have a crank in them or something. Wait, let me double check that. See your documents. Fish lift buttons. I've taken down to the work. Oh, wait. I should go find the buttons in the workshop. And Hobbs lost the crank to the power generator. It says a spine eel came right up to it and took it off. I sent a request to the metalsmith in the market plaza to make us a new crank in the meantime. Huh. So either a eel came out of the toilet. Which, maybe? Oh, there's something in here. Well, I pulled something out of the toilet just now. Not sure what that is. Don't you love video game kleptomania? Examine. It's a baton bolt. Filter around for a flare pistol. Okay, maybe I'll be able to find a flare pistol in this level. I will say this game does remind me a lot of Thief. Again, there's a lot of very, very superficial things in the moment. Things like, you know, the light gem ring. You've got, like, you know, the very, like, Victorian-esque art style with the steampunk aesthetic on top of it. Alright, so we might be able to find the buttons around here somewhere. Let's see if they're... Can we find them anywhere or no? Where? Because he said the buttons were in the workshop, and I'm assuming this is the workshop, right? Unless I'm mistaken, the workshop is on the next floor. Alright, so I couldn't do that. I either probably have to go down through the water area, or I have to find a way through the blood pit or whatever. I'm going to try this water area first. See if there's anything around here. Can I, like, go through any of this, or is this... No, it's just a pit of water. Okay. Oh, whoa, wait! I got it! I got it that time. I got it. I wonder what difficulty impacts. I don't know what difficulty impacts. I know Thief had, like, a lot of modular difficulty it could work with. But I'm not sure. Fun fact, Thief originally supposed to have advanced equipment system as well, turning cultists into ashes and satisfying as in blood when they scream in delicious agony. I'm gonna also go ahead and what's the quick save button? Gonna do a quick save too. Quick save is F6. Game save.
Hounds seem anxious tonight.
It's the outsider. They don't like his stench.
The woodsman.
Do my eyes deceive me? Appears to have been nothing.
Consider this my last will and confession. I did everything she asked me. When she wanted to see in the mercantile council, I delivered. When she wanted some unsavory figure removed and discarded quietly, I provided. Now all hell is broken loose, and I have yokel mercenaries besieging the factory floor. I only have line workers and sailors here, not soldiers. I even fired that damn revolver in my safe. I kept my end of the bargain. Years of empty promises. May this rotten town take you with it. Curse you, Sylvia. Oh, joy! Maybe. Okay, it looks like we're about to have the full Dishonored experience. Oh, he hung himself. Fuck. So he helped this shady cabal with some kind of plot. And surprise, surprise, it didn't end well. Weird that. It's almost like working with people that are willing to betray others will lead to you being betrayed. Isn't that strange? Weird. So weird. Okay, we've got a safe here. Do I have any info on, like, what the safe could be? You know, I always find it so funny when people work with shady-ass people and they're like, how could this have possibly come back to bite me? It's like, because you worked with people who are actively betraying other people who trust them, and you're helping them do it. Are you legitimately surprised? Difficulty was basically impacting objectives, but enemies are unimpacted. Wipe those tears and lock in. Alright, let's go look for the safe information. Oh, cool! There's glow-in-the-dark text. 363. What do you have in this safe, little friend? What do we got? I love the man with the glow-in-the-dark. Oh, we got a revolver. Okay. We need to empty out some, we'll remove this cheese wheel. Doesn't seem to be that useful. I guess I can't take this book? Records. How do I should be able to read that, right? Feels like I should be able to read that. Feels like I should be able to read this stuff. I feel like I'm missing something there, but oh well. We're gonna continue. F6. Let's see if I can take out one of these guys down there. I have a bad feeling that jumping down like that's gonna end poorly. It's not really darkness. Okay. So, we've got a lift there. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is, that tough is that Gloomwood is not considered statistically hard or anything. I will say, this is not a boomer shooter. Do not treat it like a boomer shooter. You will get killed in 3 shots, and your weapons cannot, like, auto-fire. You can do, like, one thing. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so this is a thief-like. Yeah, well, he was saying you can like go through this like you're a booming. You can treat this like a shooter, and I'm like, no. Alright, I need to distract them. What do we have for distracting objects? Maybe we try the other one. Let's try the other direction first. Alright, we got the first one. There's a lot of noise out here too, I think.
Seems quiet now.
Alright. I like hiding bodies, honestly. Guns equals boom shot. Yeah, it's very loud. Guns be very loud, and I don't want to be very loud.
My eyes deceive me. Appears to have been nothing.
Okay. We're good. We're good. Hopefully we didn't attract attention. No, no attention was attracted. Cool. I do like that we have the lighthouse, like, causing the lighting to change. You know? Like, if we stay here too long, the lighting starts shifting with the lighthouse, creating these, like, waves of darkness we need to move through. That's a really cool idea, and I like it a lot. I think it's a very solid mechanic for a stealth game. I actually can't think of a game that I've seen that has something like a light that uses something as simple as a lighthouse for like stealth degree changes. I've seen things where like that's fair. I've not played Dishonored. You can block. Yeah, but can you block bullets? Because the other guy wasn't like swinging his sword at me. He was like, you know, shooting me. And I'm not sure I can like block bullets. The stabby. Got him. Oh, my inventory is full. Shit. Is the head really important? I don't think it is. We also got, well, I'm not sure why I picked up the head. And I'm also pretty sure I don't need ash brew. So I'll go ahead and put that over there. There we are. I do think the Resident Evil inventory system can be both fun and interesting. Oh, seriously? Okay, what do we need here? Do we need, like, 2 full rows or something? Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait, can we not equip it? Examine. Hunter's Rifle. Makeshift shoddy Hunter's Rifle cannot be handled. Oh, it's built for distorted proportions? What? The grips are built... This doesn't look like that distorted. The grips are built for distorted proportion. The Huntsman cannot be handled by average humans. Boo! Unload. I'll take a rifle round, though. Thanks. I call bullshit on that. Oh, God. We're going to have a lot of this inventory management screen. I can already feel it. This game is going to turn to inventory management, the game. Ooh, can I, like, put this in my offhand? No, I cannot. Wait, I have something for my head. I swear, if I can actually do this, I'm going to be so weirded out. Okay, we're going to pick this up. And I really hope I can't wear this, actually. Cool, I can't. Good to know. Examine. Red stone brooch could fetch a high price. Okay, good to know. Cap for a button presser. Okay, we have the cap for the button. I guess we should go back to the other elevator, maybe? Fragile and thief, as long as you know what you're doing. True, but in this game I do seem to be fragile from gunshots. The thing with thief is most enemies didn't have guns. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think any enemies in the original Thief had guns at all. Or if they did, it was specifically like the tech turret things from like Thief 2. I have a bit of hot chocolate with me. You're bad. You're bad at chat stay. I apologize. You also ain't as fragile as in Thief if you know what you're doing. Oh, sorry, I missed that. See, the thing about Dishonored is you're not stealthy or fragile. You do lethally has consequences. Thief is very slow in System Shock. In Gloomwood, you're not as OP as in Dishonored. So, okay, Dishonored... I don't like to... okay, gods, you've triggered me now. You've triggered me. Okay, look. Dishonored does not have consequences for not being stealthy. Dishonored rewards you for not being stealthy. The only way it doesn't reward you is narratively. It'll wag its finger at you at the end of the game, but Dishonored's entire gameplay system with the whole, you know, the Dishonored's whole thing with like the two, you know, the chaos or whatever, I hate it. I hate it. And the reason I hate it is because there's so much gameplay specifically locked behind a bunch of abilities that are designed to be lethal. Like, the game revels in giving you a bunch of tools to murder people with. To summon swarms of rats, to teleport behind them, to stop time so you can arrange crossbow bolts in midair, reflect them back at people. Like, it gives you all these cool ways to kill people, and then if you kill anyone with it, even by accident, the game will go, wag its finger, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you. The I'm protecting the enemies from me school of stealth. Oh my gods, yes. So, when I originally played Dishonored, I enjoyed the chaos difficulty. Like, I went to a chaos run because I tried doing a non-lethal run, and I got alerted that I had somehow killed someone because I left their body out and they weren't completely covered, and so a rat got a hold of them. And I'm just like, okay, then I just won't do this. Like, and then the game was like the entire way telling me, oh, you're such a horrible person, oh, the throne is in chaos, blah blah blah. And I'm like, buddy, you gave me the magic shadow hand of death and then got angry when I used the magic shadow hand of death to murder people. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't get to be tongue waggy at me after you gave me the murder tools I used to do my murder spree. You knew what you were doing. It's so... I like my steampunks being gloomy anyway, so it's bloodbath time. I have legitimate issues with the way Dishonored does its gameplay loop. I think it should have either committed to the assassin thing, and maybe it could have like been like, hey, if you know, depending on how many people you murder, like, I think actually that is the part. The part I get annoyed about is not that it gets tongue wagging at you for going on a murder spree. The part I have is that you should go completely non-lethal, even against the people who are directly responsible for all this death and destruction. Like, you're supposed to give them fates worse than death, and somehow that's more moral. It just has this really screwed up morality where death is automatically worse than anything else, which I kind of get because I'm the kind of person who would enjoy suffering immortality because it's still immortality. But at the same time, there's this tonal dissonance with Dishonored that I find goes against its core gameplay loop. Because the thing that really hits it is that Dishonored, if you're going for like a mixed playthrough, is a lot of fun. If you're not going, I must kill everyone in the level, and you're not going, I must not kill anyone at all, the game is actually very solid. It has good gameplay loops. The stealth and assassination techniques are really fun. They give you lots of cool powers to spec into. It encourages you to be a little murdery, but not a lot. But you don't get the good or the bad ending for doing that. You just get the general, and humanity is very flawed, and blah, blah, blah. And there's just like kind of no message other than, yeah, but this is probably also not going to last because only the good ending where you don't kill anyone. Not even a random guard or an actual murderer. That's the only way you could possibly be a good influence for your stepdaughter, your adoptive daughter or whatever. And I'm like, buddy, you gave me the fun gameplay. Do not get all insulting when I engage with the fun gameplay. It's not even the Undertale thing, right? Like, Undertale actually does this better, because Undertale's whole thing is subverting expectations. And I had the Undertale spoiled for me before I finished it, because, you know, everyone talks about it, and I mistakenly understood the twist, so I don't get to experience it firsthand. But Undertale does this actually a lot better, in my opinion, from what I have heard about it. It basically says, hey, you can play this like a normal game and murder the monsters. And if you do that, you still experience a lot of the gameplay. But you still get to experience that same gameplay if you're doing the befriend the monsters gameplay, because you have to avoid their attacks in a similar manner. You still have to play like the weird bullet hell shooter thing it has. You still get to enjoy the gameplay and play the game, even if you're going down the moral route. It's just supposed to catch you off guard because you're supposed to fall into the RPG tropes of wanting experience points and levels. Not levels of violence, but, you know, just normal levels. And by still allowing you to engage with the gameplay, the game, as a result, feels like it still wants to be played. Whereas I feel like Dishonored just wanted to, like, make you do a completely, like a complete pacifist run, and they didn't really think about how that would affect the actual gameplay mechanics. I could even almost get behind a pacifist gameplay if the mechanics of the game weren't so centered around the people dying. Like, it's not even like other games where, like, if you leave them in a very obviously dangerous area, if you don't, like, put basically every person you knock out in the streets into a safe little bin, there's just a chance that rats will find them and they will be killed. And I just find it, I find it to be, again, just in conflict with the way the game wants to be played. It's one of those weird things, because I don't hate Dishonored on, like, a fundamental level. I did stop playing it, but I didn't stop playing it because it was fun. I stopped playing it because the narrative just kept, like, chiding me for playing it. And I also just had other things to do with my time, and when I'm just competing for other things, I'm gonna play the games that seem like they actually want me to engage with their gameplay loop. It's a weird thing for me. So yeah, I have a few strong opinions on Dishonored. I know a lot of people really enjoy Dishonored, and I'm not bashing anyone who enjoys it. I think, honestly, there's a lot of reasons to like it as a game. Pay attention to the Discord chat today, because YouTube is interfering with communications. I like my steampunks being gloomy. It's all bloodbath time. I don't know, I already saw that one. Oh, don't make sure I'm paying attention to Discord chat. Okay. It's a corrupted, oppressive elites. You bet your ass they're getting assassination treatment. YouTube is being scared of consequences. Fun fact. Oh, man. Okay, sorry. I'll make sure to pay attention. To be fair, we are talking about assassinations, and YouTube's been extra sensitive about that lately, apparently. So, go figure. Okay, so I've got to pay attention to this corner, so I can see what you guys are seeing. Then I gotta pay attention to this chat here, and then I gotta pay attention to this chat over here, and also the game right here. I need to pay attention to all four corners of the screen simultaneously. All four corners of, like, multiple screens simultaneously. Sorry if I'm a little step behind on that. I'm sorry. Just a lot to pay attention to, especially in a stealth game where I'm trying not to get caught. I will say, I do enjoy this. It does feel like these guys are... I'm very much not supposed to care if I kill them. Like, from the get-go, it's already telling me these guys are not human. Don't worry, you're fine. You're morally okay. They hung people from hooks. Yeah, you think why they're exercising against it so harshly? I think there's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and YouTube is a company, a publicly owned company, owned by Google of all places, that just doesn't want to get involved in shit. And that's about as far as I'll take that. Oh, these have, like, medicine in them. Cool. Probably should have gotten that from the syringe on the side. Ooh, whoa, wait. I got ideas. Come on. I'm making noise. Come check out the noise. Oh, come on. I thought that was supposed to explode. I was trying to do an explodey barrel thing, and it didn't work out. Damn it. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Frick. Alright, here we go. Ow! Another social engineering is what's going on, I believe, along with hints of insecurity. I mean, they're a public company. Like, I don't think that's new. I feel like public companies have always been, like, super sensitive towards assassination, wars, and murder. It doesn't really strike me as something, like, really new to YouTube, honestly. I have heard people complaining about stuff on YouTube getting censored for years. This is not even like a new thing. I just feel like they've gotten more sensitive about it over time is what I'm mostly saying. Like, the longer things have gone on and the more shit has happened, the more controversies a company endures, the more sensitive they tend to get to stuff and the more rules they add on. It's just what happens over time, I think. I don't think it's a good thing, I just think it's what happens. I'll still call them a coward about it. Still insecurity. It's not insecurity, it's cowardice. There's a difference. Like, it's why you gotta be a digital nomad like me. I mean, you say that, but even you still use YouTube. It's partly because there aren't a lot of other great video sharing sites. Just keep moving from platform to platform. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. The moment Discord asks me for an ID, I'm sorry, the channel is swapping. The moment Discord asks me, hey, can I have your ID? The channel is swapping to, like, something else. I might even self-host it. Because unlike other people, I actually know how to do it, and I'm finally getting fiber internet soon. So, go fuck yourself, Cox. So I might actually have the upload speed to actually host my own chat server. And there is an alternative that's very like Discord. Apparently they like practically copy-pasted their interface too. And they offer a self-hosting option, which would exempt me from a lot of any like regulation stuff they might have to do on their own. So I might end up doing that. Alright, so... Oh, there he is, there he is. Okay, so there's a guy over here. I don't want to get too close because I'm worried like he's going to turn. Alright, let's try. Alright, let's follow this man. Alright, dropped in the darkness too. Nice. Okay. But yeah, so I will move if there is another option available. The problem with YouTube specifically is there aren't a lot of other options. I honestly, for as hard as it is to admit this, I am almost angry that Twitch has collapsed so hard. Because I was almost hoping that Twitch, like by streaming on Twitch and YouTube, yes, it was a pain. I didn't really do as much on my Twitch place because I was still trying to like figure out my channel on YouTube. But at least Twitch was an option for a while. And they were trying to move into VODs, and if there was anyone who was going to be able to have the server hosting capabilities of Google to match them, you know, it was going to be Amazon, right? Because it requires such a massive upfront cost to get into video streaming. Yeah, but they're still the best option. They haven't done anything unforgivable yet. Do I think there should be completely uncensored live stream chats? 100%. Do I think it's going to be enough to move us? Because, yes, you and I are digital nomads. Like, I moved to Linux for the most part. I mostly use Linux for stuff. I've even been testing. I have currently been doing initial tests for running OBS on Linux. Because I'm that sick of Windows and I'm worried about the memory issue coming up during a stream. Because I've had that glitch a few times now. So I have been doing my editing in there, and I'm working on getting OBS working in Linux. And I'm working on moving over to maybe trying out one or two more distros, figuring out which one I want to settle, and then finally making the Linux distro have like a actually large hard drive. Because because that was currently one of my big issues. Was I don't have like a really big hard drive for it. It's only like 500 gigabytes, and I have like a lot of data for stuff. So, you know. But yeah, it is a thing for me, and it's like I will move. Like I'm not as much of a digital nomad as like say Assembly is. Assembly moved over to Linux before I did. He is much more willing to move to other sites. I'm like a next tier nomad. Like so I'm not as set in my ways as other people, and I have the technical know-how to do things myself, which makes me more open to experimenting, I find. However, I will say that most people aren't. And when it comes to things like video sharing platforms specifically, it's really hard to move unless everyone moves. Because with things like YouTube, they're only really viable when you have like a very large audience to pull from, which means they're very normie dependent. Like as in you know, they're very dependent on what the average person is doing. It's why a lot of other places like Dailymotion still exists. No one uses it. BuyShoot was interesting, just not many interesting videos on the site. That's the point, though. That's the point I'm making. Until you have the content, you don't attract as many people, and without as many people, it's hard to attract more content. There's like a push and pull. You need like a certain critical mass of good creators in order to essentially get it going. You know. And I think there are definitely ways to do it. Like Dailymotion was a thing for a while. Like there are sites that were almost on YouTube's level. It's just now everything is YouTube. I mean, hell, even Twitter, back when it was like maybe not profitable, but was willing to spend infinite venture capital money, tried to do it. It tried. It failed. Partially because its monetization scheme was apparently just not very good. They couldn't attract creators. But even then, you have to like... You're at such a disadvantage against sites like YouTube. Like, other sites have to attract talent, usually with sweetheart deals, like how Twitch tried to grab popular streamers, or how, with, like, exclusivity contracts. The ones banned on YouTube, so a lot of the videos are insufferable. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. A lot of the biggest offenders, like, there will be plenty of creators who will post videos on other sites because YouTube just won't do it. However, I will say a lot of the ones who get banned, like the outright bans, the ones who literally can't post videos here or have their whole channels scrubbed, they're the ones who are usually, like, weirdly deserved it. Like, I have not encountered a YouTuber I enjoyed who got outright banned. Like, yes, I've seen YouTubers who have gotten strikes, who have gotten temporary suspensions, but I have not seen one that I really, really enjoyed who got outright banned from YouTube. Mostly it's only the most insufferable creators. And with those, we had to reclaim the internet flat out, fuck out. I'm building a NeoCities page. I think that's a good way to reclaim this. You go to places like that. And I'm going to be trying to work on embedding some of my videos over there, using my server, my like encrypted, connection from my Nextcloud. So I'm not going to tell you how it works. Actually, I shouldn't even say that much probably. I probably have to figure out another way. I'm looking at several options to essentially expose a read-only link. So that I could embed my videos on my NeoCities page. Because I don't want to pay for a lot of storage. I could also do a self-hosting thing, I think, with them. I'm not sure. I might have to look into it. I will have fiber, so that might be something I look into. But yeah. I want to have a site and a place where my videos can be posted that I feel like I'm in some kind of control over. That's for once I get my NeoCities page up and running. Right now I'm working on some JavaScript code for it and some HTML pages. I'm refining the Magnus Archives page. It's like a template for how I want the intro to TTRPG things I want to talk about. And I kind of want to start it out as talking about stuff that I'm not talking about on this channel, at least in like official videos. So that way it can kind of be a good starting place to bounce off of. And then I can start like posting parallel stuff from here and talking about some other things I'm interested in, like magic, maybe like putting some of my written reviews. I have a few book reviews, actually a decent number of them from back when I was on Goodreads that I will link to probably. I think I can probably find the links to it actually on this site in my channel description. I haven't posted a lot of my more recent book reviews. I need to I have the written versions of them. I need to add them. Dogs are loose again. I certainly know how locks work. I assume you know how locks work, so my guess is Hobbs is the one who keeps leaving the kennels unlocked. Not a surprise. Calls out the entrance to the kennels and electrified it because Hobbs was in charge of feeding them this week, so I assume they have not been fed. happening on whatever face poked in their little subterranean dog paradise. If you need to get into the kennels, well, first pray. Then you have to turn off the generator. Lock the generator room, left a key in the break room down the tunnel. I figured locking it to keep Hobbs out. Okay, so we got, like, workplace drama, I guess. Yeah, I'm working on Equality Collective WAD convention for NeoCities. Okay, cool, cool. It's, yeah. But I think starting like that, doing things that you find genuinely interesting and posting on sites that don't do things you disagree with are a good way to do it. Because even if like those sites aren't huge now, although I have started seeing some things about NeoCities. Part of it's that I've been reading a lot of HTML and NeoCities guides online for people who have, you know, talking about their NeoCities page and how they've done certain things. But I will say, I have seen a lot of stuff about NeoCities, or at least a few other things popping up in my YouTube recommendations, so maybe it'll become more popular over time. And that really is how you make changes, right? Like, you start by being one of the people who's willing. I've been able to read what I sent to you about it on Discord. So you're talking about the one that was like the other. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That video link you sent to me. I plan to watch those tomorrow while I'm doing some. I plan to like kind of listen / watch it while I'm doing that tomorrow. Yes, I have seen that you posted to me. That was, let's see here. Was that in the group chat or was that in our regular chat with you and me? I'm trying to remember. I'm nearly positive. It's the one with that like black and white house shot, right? God damn, where did I post it? Where did I put that? Let me double check. For some reason I'm not seeing it on my phone. And I was checking that real quick. Let me check real quick. Where did I... Oh, you put it in the regular general chat, actually. Ghost Rider, right? Army After Hours? The TDL just showed. Yes, the Army After Hours Ghost Rider. That was the one you were talking about. It was the Hunter Wrecking actual play. Yes. SP, far, let's just try and focus on the fucking game. How about that, YouTube? Sorry, the moment I click off the screen, the tracker just decides not to. No, I'm not talking about that. Oh, you're not talking about that one. Okay. Which one is it then? Now, let's focus on this first. I'll talk about it with you afterwards. Once I get this. Apparently you cannot summon the modicum of effort required to open this door and haul whatever junk you're carrying through it. Perhaps you might coax that lump of boar fat you call a brain to comprehending... Talking about your WAD convention. Oh, the social economic... Yes. Yeah, the ecologist that use lot. Yes, okay, I remember that. You posted that earlier today. I didn't get a chance to read through all that yet. I saw it. I saw the sigil. I'm like, ooh, I'll need to read over all this stuff. Mostly because I was working on a few different things, and then I was gonna send something to you, and I was like, oh, I need to read this, but first let me do this, and then I was rushing over here. So, sorry, I haven't read through the whole thing yet. I did read about how they're like a ecologist mage, basically. They seem like they would be like really into werewolves. You know, like they fair and cool. You perhaps cannot summon it. Leaving said junk in front of the door blocks it. Yes, we really need to know that doors get blocked by stuff. Oh my god, switch back to this. What they read, and they still altered it. Really? Whoa, wait. I saw the fucking thing, though. I saw the fucking game. Whoa, wait. Let me go back. Let me go back and, like, the thing over here. Oh my god. They added the random word, like, in the middle of it. Why? Why does YouTube alter it? You even censored yourself and they didn't do it. Okay, so you left some stuff in front of the door and blocked it. Joy. Yeah, that's their sigil. And it's shaped like an E, which is kind of cute. I like it. Is it supposed to be like shaped like an E with a C inside of it, right? Or am I like seeing a shape in there I shouldn't be seeing? Because you have like the reddish symbol is like the E, and the C is the inner symbol that's like green and yellow and blue, right? So ecology, essentially, like E, C, and maybe an O. E with a C inside, yes. Okay, cool. I was seeing that correctly. Nice. Now, I will say, if you're colorblind, this might not look like this might look like a weird symbol if you're colorblind, in the wrong way. All right, I can get in here now. Let's turn off this generator. Don't want to fall down there. So, we can get into the dog pen, but they might rip me apart. Uh-oh. Oh. Now they're out of the dog. Oh, shit. Oh, frick. What kind of freaking dogs are these? Shadow over Innsmouth dogs? What the frick is this? What kind of messed up... Okay, I got the Czech priest, like, Pinkertons or whatever those guys were. But what the... That is not a dog. This is like an Eldritch Cthulhu abomination. This looks like a Shadow over Innsmouth person had a like, it looks like one of the deep ones had a relationship with a dog. Oh my god. Okay, maybe you're right about the Shadow over Innsmouth thing. Pick up the hand lantern. Maybe you were right about the Shadow over Innsmouth thing. Oh boy. What kind of kennel is this? This is a little large for a kennel, don't you think? I will say I do like the weird crystals that glow. Ah, so whoever came in here last, I don't think you did it well. So they're not in their cages. Oh no. Oh no. We are fucked. We are deeply fucked. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Good. Yeah, I don't want to fall down there. The man got drunk and got murdered. Colorblind mode. Okay, so it looks like the, I think the only one that might be a little weird is the pure black and white if you're entirely colorblind. But very few people are entirely colorblind. It actually works fairly well even if you are partially colorblind. So, like, most of them are. The only one that looked a little weird is if you're completely colorblind. Even then, it's still pretty visible, actually. Still pretty visible, even if you are completely colorblind. Because you can still see the separation of the top part of the sea and the individual separated shapes with the black between them lends itself well to differentiation. So that's good. Cool. Even the yellow... Oh, did you actually do that intentionally? Did you specifically create it to be colorblind friendly? Holy shit. Oh boy. I am out of ammo. And in a place with a lot of dogs. Nope, thanks for reminding me to check. You know, it feels like that's the kind of thing you would have checked first, so I feel a little, like, proud of myself for being the one to point that out, actually. Because it feels like the kind of thing you might remember instead of me. It's a little weird that sound didn't immediately make the doggo go, like, completely ballistic. I'm gonna shove the sword right up its scaly ass. Right up the poop pipe. Ooh, we found something else. Can't place the inventory here. Oh, do we have ammo now? No, we do not. Oh, dog. I heard a dog. Holy shoot. Oh boy, that was not great. Not great. Let's not do that. As a member of the collective would say, thank you for considering the equability of that image for all participants. Better wipe this after that, like samurai katanas from blood on their sleeve. What are these? Examine. Huntsman's right. Why do I have a right arm? You know what? Screw this. I don't need fucking right arms. I might have been able to use them to, like, distract the dogs, but I don't care about that. Oh, this is like a rope I could have used to get up here. I didn't have to climb this way. I could have climbed to the freaking rope. That would have been awesome. Alright, got the gate.
Get the torches and search the caves.
Oh no. Ah! God damn it. Oh. Do they actually nerf guns or you just suck? Hey, I haven't gotten shot. I've only gotten shot one time. And I hit them, but I think they did nerf the guns. These things don't do that much damage. No shot of these have actually done one-shot damage. Like, every time I've shot a gun, they have always, like, had them still be alive afterwards. I've never been able to kill somebody with one single gunshot. Alright, we're gonna do a little stabby. If I use word murderize, mind if I use that? Murderize. Yeah, I'm out of ammo. Really wish I had some ammo here. They can see in the dark, can't they? I'm screwed. Not if I get you in the neck. Neck stab. Works every time. Alright, there's our new code name for myrtleization. Myrtleize. I hope this becomes a recurring gag in this channel. Just like my wings slowly twisting into oblivion. You know, I have a weird feeling that even... Alright. Ow. I really do want to make that jump. I will make that jump. I quick save this time. Trust me. I quick save this time. And I am still working on another one. I just haven't had time to work on a lot of 3D modeling lately. I still need to finish, like, layering it and working on the blend shapes. But I have not had a lot of time this month to work on that. I've been working on other stuff. And as a result, I have not gotten a lot done on the 3D model, or the new one. The new 3D model. Unfortunately. Oh, God. I have not worked on that since, like, February. Fuck. I've been so focused on the video, and I've just had other stuff coming up. And then, like, I got into NeoCities, and just, in general, a lot of other things. Okay. Well, fuck me. Okay. Do the jump. No! Frick! This place really tries to play homage to Thief Mines, doesn't it? Okay. I almost made it that time. I almost made it. Okay. Oh, wait. I need to holster my weapon so I can run faster. Like, and not be a moron. Oh my god, I figured it out. I figured out what I was doing wrong. I didn't holster my weapon, so I wasn't moving far enough, I don't think. Well, okay, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe that was not it. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I just can't first-person platform. Alright, I'm gonna, like, holster my weapon, and I'm going to, like, save here so we have even less of a run-up. I have not got into the Thief Mines. Like I said, I only got, like, a few levels into Thief. Like, first or second, I think. I have not finished it. Alright, I've got to be able to do that. How do I do it, though? Do I need, like, a barrel? This is gonna drive me insane, because this is clearly like a way to go. Second Mines, hemorrhoid prison, I believe. I feel like that has to be the way up, because I can very clearly make the first jump with a bit of help. What am I doing wrong here? Oh my god, what am I doing wrong? Okay, let's not throw ourselves into the problem over and over again. We're not going to get a solution like that. This is not helping anything. Oh, okay, maybe we do this. Okay, I think I've got an idea.
Get the torches and search the caves.
Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. Load. Okay, wait. I think I've got it. Wait. 1 second. I could probably just get away with saying murder, but I love being silly about this since I heard the word in Mad World.
Get the torches and search the caves.
Okay, so I need to be able to throw it. I think I need to get this barrel over there somehow. Because, like, they give me another barrel, too. Like, this feels intentional. This feels a bit intentional. Maybe I'm being jank as fuck, and there's a very obvious way I should be going around the hard way and stabbing up the guys who are coming up to search for me. But I feel like this is a stealth game, and it's not really doing that.
Search the caves.
No! Okay, we're going the other way. We're going the other way because I don't want to spend all night on this fucking jump. I spent way too much time on this jump, and I'm tired of it. We're going the other way. We're just gonna go stabby now. This jump has broken me. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I've done everything I think I can do to make myself go faster, too. I even specifically unholstered my... I even specifically holstered my weapon because it said it would move faster. It seems like you should be able to make that jump. The platforms are there, and you can make the first one. That's either a really mean design choice, or I'm going insane. Well, I just distracted this whole place. Oof. This may be a mean design choice. I respect that. Of course you would. Oh, they're not coming all the way. Whoa. Wait, is he coming up here? Okay.
A curious sound.
Got him. Unfortunately, I still don't have ammo. Maybe this guy has ammo. No, I don't see any gun on him. Hey, Noah Mercer, it's good to see you again. We're playing a new knockoff Thief clone. That's actually kind of fun, aside from that one mean jump. They even gave us a pseudo life gem with this little ring we have. Isn't that cool? Even glues and glitters. Oh, this is the area that was blocking off the door. Okay. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I know, right? And I got into a long conversation about my complicated feelings about Dishonored and why I kind of hate it. Inventory is full. Oh, God. Okay, let's get rid of these human arms. Well, they're not human arms. They're like these Overseer guy arms, so maybe they're not human. This game is weird like that. Ah, ammo. Frickin' ammo. For my goddamn old-school revolver. I'm not even bother trying it on YouTube. So assassination is a no-no, but murder is a dandy. Yeah, YouTube censorship is weird like that. I feel like they chose specific words without going through all the synonyms. That's the vibe I get from it sometimes. Like, they decided that certain words... I feel like the gun should be, like, a lot more deadly. Oh, cool. They're on fire. It just burned to ashes. Jeez. Oh, don't give them ideas. I'm not giving them ideas. They're not going to pay attention to me. YouTube doesn't give a shit about me. I'm not even quadruple digit subscriber numbers. They literally don't pay attention to me. It's one of the benefits of not having a lot of subscribers. Is I don't really have to worry about YouTube seeing anything. Unless somebody really sends a lot of complaints in, or like a major company complains, I'm basically invisible. Remember, if the main generator isn't running, the elevator isn't running either. Oh, gods. Alright, we gotta go open that other door. God damn. Okay, explosives. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Ooh, maybe we could throw this torch, because we know the torch will light things on fire. Maybe not. Maybe I should not mess with the sign that says explosives dangerous. Alright, let's holster this and go up to that other door that was blocked off. But yeah, let's see, where were we? So we were talking about the internet and like claiming the internet. So yeah, just like going and doing your own stuff. Honestly, one of my futures for the internet is just more self-hosting. I feel like eventually people are going to get sick of the companies constantly stealing their data, and they're going to realize, hey, instead of paying a bunch of subscription fees constantly for the rest of my life, I could just, like, you know, self-host it and not pay those fees. Some people say it's unrealistic, because the average person won't learn how to do it. I feel like the problem is that people think it's harder than it is. Like, I've talked with my parents about just like using Linux. They're scared to even install. The average person is scared to even install an operating system. Like that's the average person. They don't even want to install an operating system. And the idea of like getting someone else to install it for them is a little scary. Not even just my parents. My brother is the same way, and he is a bit more tech savvy than them, I would say. If we get one quick self-hosting, that would help things up. Yeah. Well, I think the first thing is to get people used to not using Windows. I legitimately think, and I'm not just saying this as someone who wants Linux to be better because I like Linux. I legitimately think that self-hosting will not become a thing for the average person until the average person feels comfortable installing their own operating system. Because it's actually not that hard. It really isn't. Most people are perfectly willing to open up a new computer and go through the Windows setup features, okay? You know when you buy a new laptop and you go through like Windows setup, the average person is okay with doing that, right? They're okay with that. They don't want to do it a lot, they don't want to do it all the time, but they're okay with doing it. And Linux setup is not that hard. The only difference... I hate Windows, it's so annoying. Yes, we're right there with you. I am trying to fully disconnect from Windows now. I currently mostly use Linux as like my main operating system, but I use Windows for a few things. I'm attempting to fully move on to Linux. I just need to figure out which distro I'm going to stay with and switch to one of my other SSDs that's bigger, so I can actually use it as like a full operating system. Currently, my partition is only like 500 gigabytes, and for like video editing stuff, it's just not a ton of space. If I'm also doing streaming and I need a lot of other programs, space gets eaten up really quickly. But yeah, so I feel like people are okay with installing, like setting up their installation. And the thing is though, people think that installing an operating system is scary, when it's really not. Like, don't get me wrong, you want to back up your operating system, but there are tools to do that, right? There are tools. You can have a secondary external drive. Plenty of normal people have an external hard drive backup. My brother has one, my parents have had one. Plenty of people have those, so that's not really a big deal. And, you know, installing an operating system is literally just pulling up Rufus. You get the installation like ISO, which you get from either the Linux place or whatever. And if you're doing something like Mint, for example, you're basically, you just go into your BIOS, you hold delete when the computer starts up. When the thing says hold delete or F9, you do that. Or you can just type delete. Then you go into BIOS. You don't even need any of the settings. BIOS looks very complicated, but it's very simple, because if you're doing a boot, aside from turning off like the secure boot feature, which is one setting that's not even deep in menus, so you can find that pretty easily. And then you just go to your boot drives and you hit the USB drive, which will be labeled USB or whatever you name the USB. So I think that like people think it's like really complicated and I've got to do all this stuff. If you just run a program to install the distro on the USB drive, which is not super complicated. It's like installing a program, or even just like running a program you didn't even have to fully install, and then selecting the drive, and then Rufus will do all the work for that. But people don't feel comfortable doing that because you wanna know why? Most people, the average people, not people who are okay with tech or who do gaming, the average person who doesn't do a lot of gaming or only does gaming on like consoles, who only uses web browsers and a few basic programs that they have heard from other people are already a part of their industry or standards. Those people do not see these things as normal. They don't see setting up a boot drive or changing or running the BIOS at all as a normal thing. So there's a breach of the main atrium. The auto elevator company provided the equipment to construct the water down to a water level. Going below will be a challenge. Shaft elevator is now operational. Sufficient power is an obstacle. Bottlenecking the whole system as a single fuel generator is asking for blackouts. Blasted shipment rather than suit works. First blackout, 2 miles injured. Waite's partner came by and told us to cease using explosives. Silas told me today he keeps hearing whispers in Tunnel 6. Oh, we got Eldritch Whispers. We managed to dig around the aquifer. Find dry bedrock again. The second elevator shaft to begin construction. Lean down to the aquifer. Atrium beneath the aquifer. I requested another power generator to handle the increased stress. Demand. I hear someone call my name while down in Tunnel 6 last night. Checked. No one else was on shift last time. Christ. Blackout. Active crew was stranded in the dark for 5 hours. When we reached them, they were inconsolable. Tore their fingertips up real bad to scratch them out. I put them all on sick leave. Felix and his crew just dug up a human skull. We are not moving a single pellet until I get some answers. Okay, so they start uncovering some Lovecraftian horrors. I hear genuine happiness isn't real as well. It's a bug, not a feature, allegedly. Weird. But yeah, so the average person doesn't feel comfortable messing with their operating system. At all. And I think part of that is that Windows has been the dominant operating system, and the only other operating system people find is Mac OS, which Windows is actually probably better equips people to installing other operating systems than Mac OS does, because at least Windows has like a bit more, like Windows has features to reset that kind of stuff and run it really well, or to like install a fresh, like there are built-in stuff for that to like do a fresh install. Mac don't even want you to do that. They want you to do all those advanced kind of features want to be done in the Apple, they take it to the Apple store and get them to do all the scary stuff for you. Apple, I'm not getting into a rant about Apple, this is about Windows. Honestly, Apple's not even the worst contender at the moment, because at least they're just catering to like a specific niche crowd. Apple is not the dominant operating system that's defining how people use freaking computers. At least not at the moment. But the thing is with Windows is they are essentially defining how people use computers. And the way that people are using computers now is by not installing stuff like that. That's scary to the average person. I don't think that's, a reasonable response. I think that people should be more comfortable with the devices they own. And that part of the reason companies feel like they can get rid of bullshit like they do is because people don't feel comfortable. And they feel like they have to go to them and they're in a position of power, because the person has to go to them to figure everything out and they can just charge you stuff for it. I feel like that is annoying. As a tech person in a family house, I get that vibe a lot, where if I wasn't here, they'd be taking it to stores constantly, or taking it back to the manufacturer regularly, or just like not fixing stuff. But there is a thing where Windows in recent years has really tried to disincentivize people from messing with advanced features. I mean, the new settings menu alone basically tried to streamline every somewhat scary setting out of the normal user experience, so they didn't even have to see the control panel. The control panel is like a deprecated legacy feature now, because it had all the scary settings that the average person shouldn't ever deal with. You don't need to know how your computer's running. You don't need to know how to fix stuff. You don't need to know where these settings are. You just need to let us do it all for you. I hate that vibe so much. As someone who actually needs to use that, you know, those settings on occasion, now it's to dig for them. But yeah, it's a thing where it's like, people have become essentially conditioned to never have to worry about setting up their devices, which on one hand is kind of nice. Like, I'm not going to say that the new wet setup... Oh my god, I'm going to fix this wing real quick. 1 second. I'm not going to say that the new streamlined setups for Windows devices is bad. Because it's not. Like, it really isn't. It really, really is not bad. The average person should be able to easily set up their computer, even if they're not that tech literate. But I feel like even more so than before, the average person is essentially determined, is essentially given such a streamlined experience, such a controlled experience. I think that's a better word I'm looking for. Controlled by the developer, that they don't have to worry about learning how it works at all. And as a result, advanced features are becoming more and more something the user doesn't have control over, which leads to a loss of control over the thing you own in the end. And I think people should be encouraged to be more comfortable doing basic stuff like installing their operating system. You know? I don't think that the average person should be afraid to install their operating system. And I think any system that encourages them to be afraid of that is a system that might need to be dealt with, or might need to, like, reevaluate itself. So, especially with, again, how streamlined it's become. I think that's part of the thing for me. It's like, it has never been easier to swap out your operating system. It has actually never been easier. Oof. I got spotted and mobbed. Damn. If you want to install Linux Mint, you can look up a guide that can show even the average, less literate tech person how to do it in like 5 minutes. Because nowadays you have programs that do all the scary stuff for you. You have Rufus that installs the ISO files and like puts the distro, the boot, it basically creates the boot device. You have startup menus that, yeah, how you broke up Adobe. James Lee, that animation is a great. Thank you for posting that, Fred, because I was actually thinking about that right now as we were doing this. It has never been easier to install Linux Mint, to do it. And you know what? I'm playing around with a lot of distros, but I also have 3 monitors. The average person doesn't have 3 monitors. It's one of the things Linux Mint has a little few issues with. But it's not really something the average person should have to worry about too much. Neither good stealther nor good sharpshooter. Neither good shortfire. Looks like the only reason you get through is because you're playing on normal. Murder. I do love that voice line. Murder. Probably one of the best pro Linux. It really is. Linux isn't perfect, too. Sorry, I need to go. Sorry, I haven't been in the live chat recently. I've been doing stuff in my life. Oh yeah, dude, don't get me wrong. It's always good to see you. Even if you only pop up for a little bit, it's always good to see you. Ow. It's always nice to see you, Mercer. I'm glad you stopped by, and seriously, dude, it's nice to have you in here, regardless of whatever time you can spend. I'm happy for it. Thanks.
Show yourself. I found him.
Going to cut you into pieces.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm stuck in like a murder loop. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy. Oh no.
You cannot hide for long.
We need to hide. We need to hide. We need to hide. There's somebody searching for me.
Do I spy something? Appears to have been nothing.
All right. Oh God, it's so excited to see Rosie dropping about 3 days now. 3 days, really? All right. So the next time I do a stream, Rosie will have dropped, I suppose. Drop him off the ledge. All right. So we've only got one guy left, and that's the guy with the axe. Wish I had... Oh, I do have ammo. Ooh, we got a barrel. We got a fire barrel. Maybe we can do something with that. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you guys. Am I not even going to get to the first level? This is like massive level for like a single... You know, it reminds me about when games were actually starting to get larger and do more stuff with all the resources. Yeah, he's got one hell of a style. First saw him, it was about Stop Killing Games. Ah, man.
A curious sound.
Something is not right. We were hunting some wild boars earlier. One of the pigs got caught in the traps. I went up to bag it, and one of the older hunters, Boris, starts going at it with an axe. All the meat was ruined, the organs, bones were everywhere. Couldn't remember any of it. Worst of all, none of us even did anything. We just watched. Okay, so they were digging in this area, starting to hear voices, and people were starting to go insane, like full on, like, you know, like full on, well, what's that movie again? God, I know what movie I'm thinking of. I just can't remember the name of it. It's the Stephen King one. With the hotel, crazy place. God, what's the name of the movie? Oh my God, so I can't think of the movie. It's driving me insane. You know, here's Johnny, and I can't remember the name of the movie, and it's driving me mad. Oh God, so God, so God. How can I not remember this movie's name? It's very famous, and I'm not remembering it. Shining. Oh my gosh, that was actually... that. You know when you know something, and your brain has just decided you don't remember it right now? I can't describe it, but it's almost like there are knives stabbing into my brain when that happens. Like, I know this, and I know I should be able to instantly ID it, and the name should pop into my head immediately. And the fact that it is not happening like that is actually hurting me. I got a horn? Powder flask horn. Contains useful for pouring gunpowder into older muzzle-loaded stuff. Okay. All right. Oh! They can throw those? Yes! Alright, we're gonna hop down here. Alright, we got this, we got this, we got this. We're gonna turn off the lights. And also inject myself with some healing juice. I know all too well. Alright. Let's go do this. Are they walking in the fire? Come on, come into the fucking house. Come on. Ugh, they won't come in here. Fuck. I'm having trouble figuring out their, like, patrol routes, if that makes sense. Inventory is full. I don't think I can use that one anyway. Oh. You can do this funny thing where you lift a barrel up, and then under ceiling certain place, and then shoot, then drop?
A curious sound.
Throw it off the ledge. All right, got it, got it, got it. Nice. I'm glad your new character is going to drop soon, though, Dawnseeker. It's good to hear. But yeah, I think the first step into getting everyone off of like centralized stuff like Windows is to essentially get them comfortable with installing their own operating system. Because once you feel comfortable installing an operating system, then all the other stuff we talked about kind of starts falling into place. Like, if you feel like you install your own operating system, you feel like you can break away from Linux, because you can install Linux. You can break away from Windows and install Linux. If you can install your own operating system, you can do self-hosting, because it's really easy. You just load stuff on to a laptop. Like, everyone has like an old basically, anyone who's replaced a laptop probably has their old laptop around somewhere still. You know, they probably still have it around, so they can use that. And it's this cascade effect, I think, where, like, once they feel comfortable doing this, once they no longer feel like they have to live in Windows' little bubble, they'll feel more comfortable experimenting, because they'll have basic skills that are now usable in a wide variety of areas. It also will show them that some stuff that they used to be scary, because I think that's part of it, too. Like, for example, when I was talking about things like LibreOffice as alternatives for Microsoft Office, people will, like, the people I was talking with, I'm not going to name, were talking about how they didn't want to install Linux. Because the idea of there being alternatives to Office that could use the same file types that they need for work and stuff was a foreign concept. Because, like, especially older people, back in the day, there were things like the Apple suite and the Office suite from Microsoft where they literally could not access certain things. So, like, they literally could not access Microsoft Office documents in Mac OS, for example, on, like, a Mac. And so if you had a Mac, you couldn't access the primary format for transmitting Word documents. And there are alternatives now. There's OnlyOffice, there's LibreOffice, there are a ton of Office alternatives. Now, some of them have weird formatting issues with very specific things for Microsoft Office, but I've generally not had a lot of issues. Like, I've been using LibreOffice as my predominant ones. The only issues I've ever had were with, like, advanced spreadsheet stuff, and even then, I can usually get it working. And I doubt most people who are using very basic stuff are using a lot of the advanced spreadsheet. Maybe if your company requires it, you might need Windows Office. But, like, even then, I don't know. I feel like there are alternatives. Oh, shit. That would have been bad. And the reason I don't want to just rinse this is because I don't want to risk my Genshin account getting banned. That is one of the other big ones. That's the big thing standing in the way of gaming, I think. There are a lot of companies that would refuse to get rid of kernel-level anti-cheat, even though it clearly doesn't work as well as they want you to think it does. Let's be real, there are still plenty of cheaters in basically every online game. I think kernel-level anti-cheat is something that's overemphasized by companies, and that is less effective than they want you to believe it is. It also generally just sucks, like, on a game level, like, as performance-wise. Especially as, and I feel like that's gonna become very important soon. Given that the fact that, like, graphics cards and memory are basically unobtainium now, and we are going to have to run with 8 to 16 gigabytes being the standard for a long time to come. You know what's really sad, too? Like, when the 30 series was out, I heard people talking about how one day we'll be running, like, a terabyte of memory one day or something, you know? Like, we'll have graphics cards that have, like, terabyte RAM sticks in a decade or two. Because they thought, like, oh, we're going to be able to get RAM with the same level of performance and storage efficiency for the price as we see with, like, hard drives and shit. And even the people that weren't saying terabytes were saying we might have like 100 gigabytes of RAM on like a card or like a PC might soon become like a reasonable thing. And it wasn't absurd. Like the RAM prices before the current RAM apocalypse was pretty good. And the reason I'm bringing this up though, the fact that we're going to be stuck with like 16 gigabytes of RAM or 32 gigabytes of system RAM, like 8 gigabytes of graphics card VRAM being the norm is because it's going to limit games' performance, and anti-cheat is a major thing that weighs down on performance. So if games are already being bottlenecked by limited hardware that's relying on really efficient, like, you know, firmware for like graphics cards to just continue to get better, or the increased chipsets on graphics cards, and doesn't have a lot more memory, then we're going to still see a lot of limitations with new stuff, which, weirdly enough, I think is going to be good for gaming. It'll force it to maybe not focus so much on graphics, and because we just don't have the hardware. I think that could be good in the long term. I don't think that's like a huge problem. I do think anti-cheat's gonna be a problem with it though, because I feel like anti-cheat is only getting worse when it comes to efficiency levels. Like, for example, here's an example I am somewhat more familiar with than a lot of the others. So I don't play a lot of multiplayer games, but I do play multiplayer with Elden Ring. And I'm not sure if you've ever played Elden Ring, but what's the best way to describe the implementation of anti-cheat? Garbage. Its implementation of anti-cheat is garbage. From Software has always had bad PC releases. I've always known this. I started on the PC releases too, so I'm not even biased about that. I just am aware. So subject mole we installed at the fishery a year ago goes by Winston. Inquired about Krupp's recent meeting with Mr. Carrington. Babbled about hidden pay stubs, nothing of real value. Hot poker to the neck and armpits. Oh, they interrogated this guy. Inquired about letters between Krupp and the Countess. Claimed that Krupp handed his private mail at the lockbox at the bank in the Marcus Grill. Financial. Fed a scrap of rotten fish. Demanded answers about royal spy. Broke down weeping like a child. The mole has outlived his usefulness. Removed tongue and fed it to the hounds. My suggestion is that we need someone closer to Mr. Krupp, perhaps his accountant. Damn, boy. And one of the most garbage things about it is it doesn't only affect the performance when you're online. You know, when it would have a reason to exist. It doesn't stop the cheaters, because there are still plenty of... It doesn't seem like there are more cheaters on Seamless Co-op, for example, which doesn't use anti-cheat. It just has, like... It just is better multiplayer, and it removes the anti-cheat. And one of the most important mods for Elden Ring doesn't even do anything. There is literally a mod that just runs the game without anti-cheat. Not even Seamless Co-op. It just runs the game as normal without anti-cheat on. You can't access the online servers, but people are willing to make that trade-off just to play the game. And it means the online community on PC is actually worse. Because you have some people in Seamless Co-op, some people on regular who are dealing with the hardware performance issues, who are just have, I guess they just have massive monster PCs and you can afford the hit. And then you have some people who are just playing offline entirely because they don't want to deal with it. So the community is a bit more fragmented. Thank God for Seamless Co-op. It really has saved the online for PC in that one. You know, celebrating my little victory of winning YouTube censorship. Yeah, use other words. Find your own words and make the censorship fucking worthless because you're basically saying the same thing anyway. But yeah. So anti-cheat is kind of garbage. I think kernel level anti-cheat has never been as effective as they want you to believe it is, and because there are still plenty of cheaters in most online games from what I hear. I hear from games like Tarkov and stuff have especially bad stuff, and I think in general they need to reevaluate how they're doing this. But the reason I think they're not going to is that easy anti-cheat on kernel level has been a nice little band-aid for them, because they can say we've done all we can, even though they really haven't. And I don't think it's out of apathy. I think most online games would actually prefer they didn't have cheaters, because, let's be honest, cheaters aren't good for a multiplayer game. They make people not want to play it. I mean, the whole reason I stopped playing TF2 was because of cheaters. It's a legitimate issue in a lot of games, and something I imagine the developers have just as much incentive in a lot of ways to deal with. It's just that easy anti-cheat is become kind of a band-aid, where they said, well, we tried to stop them, but we couldn't. And we're going to try and patch them out, but we're just going to rely on anti-cheat being harsher and harsher. We're going to rely on our kernel level stuff detecting it even more. We figured out you're detecting this. Instead of, you know, because I say instead of doing something else, but I don't really know how to solve the problem. But I also know that easy anti-cheat doesn't seem to be helping the problem. It doesn't seem to be stopping people from cheating. And it just seems to be hurting the people who are playing the game normally, but with all the performance hits.
If we don't find him,
So I'm hoping easy anti-cheat and kernel level anti-cheats like it will just become rarer as the games go on. Oh shit, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh my. Let me turn those off. Oh, I can turn the lights off. I should probably be doing that more often because lights are just bad in general for me. I do like how all the lights create this little halo effect where if you can get to them, you can see them. So you know where all the lights are and you can more easily identify where they are and find them to turn them off. So I think I'm getting better at the stealth here. So what I'm going to do around here is I'm going to go up to the side over here.
I heard that. I will chop you up.
Oh, nope. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Will be pleased.
Reminds me of when the... Oh, God. The elite hacksaws had to write like this. Yep. Reminds me of the elite... See, they know elite hacksaws speak, though, Frederick. That's an understood dialect of the internet. You failed. I'm sorry. Alright. Hiding. God, I'm hiding in this tiny little corner of shadow I can barely move from. Alright, let's go. Into the shadows we go. They don't seem to be lowering their guard because they can see the body. They've seen the body, unless they're not going to be lowering their guards anytime soon. Might be fucked.
You cannot fight alone.
Slipped right through my grass.
Oh! Okay, they're going back to normal. Alright, we got one of them. Oop. I'm gonna try and turn this off. I'm surprised they don't react to the light. That seems like a really cool thing. Now even this doesn't seem to work. Alright. When this man comes out, we're gonna stabby him. Oh, are there more of them? Did I learn anyone else? Okay, we got him. We got him. God, this level is long. There's still more here. I mean, I know Thief had really long and spiraling levels, so it shouldn't surprise me if they're mimicking that. Can we, like, turn this off? No, we can't. You got the meat. You got just, like, meat hanging out in this building. This very ruined building. Ah, yes, more ammo. I mean, I know guns are loud and all, but hey, at least there's something. It does, I do feel a bit better when I'm surrounded by a bunch of axe-wielding psychos that I have, like, a firearm. To essentially delete a guy, even if it's loud. Oh, man. These levels were micro sandboxes. They really were. Again, I haven't finished, like, the game, but I do remember that, like, first level I played through. Damn, good gods, it just went on. Okay. Let's see, what do I have here? Revolver cartridges. Let's go ahead and drop this, torch. There we go. Alright, here a music box, so there must be one on the second floor. I just need to get to the second floor. Oh, there's a ladder right here. Okay, let's head this up. Let's head up here. One comes from the arcane former workers. That is kind of cool, yeah. Wasn't there like the Parade of Shadow, the Black Parade or whatever? I saw that review from was it Mandalore, I think? Yeah, I think Mandalore. One of them... Alright, let's go ahead and turn off all these lights. We want the darkness. We want to embrace the darkness like an edgelord. Well, somehow nobody heard that, so, good on us. Somehow nobody heard the gigantic fucking explosion. Also, they seem to have, grabbed whoever's in this carriage and, unalived them. Yes, there is a Thief game that's a mod to Doom. Holy shit. To be fair, there's a Doom mod for almost everything, it feels like. It feels like there's kind of a Doom mod for everything nowadays. Like, Doom has been played on everything, and it has had a mod for almost everything. This is allowed after all. Oh.
You first.
Are you joking? Did you see the claws on that thing? I'm not going anywhere near it until the others bring the dynamite.
Do I spy something I found?
Damn it.
I found.
I was trying to take out the light sources, but I didn't do it in time. I was trying to take out the light sources. Apparently kill is problematic now. Yeah, apparently kill is problematic. It's been like that for a bit, actually. I'm surprised you're only just hearing about this. Yeah, the gun really is a pain in the ass to kill people with. Never thought I'd say this, but the gun really sucks. Like, you'd think a gun in, like, a Victorian era setting would be, like, really OP, but it's really not. Also, is it just me, or does this seem like a very modern pistol for, like, Victorian era? I mean, it's not like a modern, like, pistol, but like a modern revolver. I feel like a very modern revolver. It doesn't seem to, like, jam or, like, fail a lot. And I think I'm going to try something else this time. There were those explosive barrels, and I think what we'll do... I'm out of ammo, aren't I? Yep. Krill is also filtered? Yes, Krill is also filtered. Indeed. Really hoping to kill someone with that explosion.
I love a good hunt.
God damn it. Quantity, ammo kind, none. I have... Examine. Shotgun shells. But no shotgun. Damn it. Are they still... No, okay.
You first.
Are you joking? Did you see the claws on that thing? I'm not going anywhere near it until the others bring the dynamite.
Alright, so we got him. Can I find the shotgun? Alright. Let's try this again. Let's try to say murderization.
A curious sound.
Haha! Got him. Alright, so apparently there's something really dangerous locked in this house. Assassination. Just be hideously incorrect with your spelling. That'll work every time. I've never seen men torn apart so fast. Whatever it is they brought back, it's more than any of us bargained for. Do not under any circumstance open this door unless you're prepared to pay this new doorman with your limbs and entrails. I will personally be paying him with dynamite, which I have gone to fetch, tavern be damned. If you must reach the city gate before I return, well, we try our best to contain it on the first floor. I can't promise the basement is safe, but it's certainly safer than the tavern proper. Okay, that is... Oof. Alright, we're going to the storage room. I need to find some explosive barrels, or some gunpowder or something. Maybe a musket. You won't last... You won't last a second with that accursed beast. Oh, they set somebody up to go fight the monster, okay. Got the save station. I like the save as like a fucking gramophone. Not being incorrect, just combining words. Thank you very much. Wilson, please, no. It was a bloodbath up there. The abomination broke free of its restraint just as and suddenly jubilation became chaos. The captain held the door open so several brothers could escape, but then locked it and went back up to take on the beast alone. I heard his sword clash against the monster as I leaned against the door. The fool. Now we barricade this entrance, but many of us are badly wounded. I managed to grab onto flash bombs. These beast food. Brother Wayland and the others left from the side entrance bring back reinforcements with black powder kegs. If we cannot kill this unholy creature, then we shall bring the whole building down on top of it. I'm not sure I know what this thing is. Goddamn. So, this thing is, I'm getting the vibe this thing is dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna turn on the generator. Well, we got rats. Unfortunately, I don't really have any pistol shots either, so I'm out of rifle rounds and everything. Also, if these things with their hunting rifles couldn't kill it, I doubt I can kill it with my fucking toothpick cane and little pistol thing. Alright. Yeah, that definitely sounds really dangerous. I'm not sure I want to fight that. Surprised it doesn't come down here looking for meat. Okay, what are my options here? I already blew up the explosive barrels outside like an idiot. That would have actually been a very effective way. Oh shit, I'm locked in here? Oh, that voice was them outside. Oh, I'm extra fucked. Okay, Oh, it's the goat thing I saw in some of the promo material. Maybe you should try numeric number. 110, 1... Oh my god. Are you just doing an alphanumeric cipher? Is that all you're doing, really? Alright, they're giving me a lot of shotgun shells. There has to be a shotgun around here. So I can't go in any of the doors. I am going to be torn apart by this thing. Yes, I do indeed. At that point, you might as well do it in binary. I mean, seriously, come on. If you're gonna be nerdy about it, at least be actually at least go full on nerdy. I think it's following my trail. What is this thing? Baphomet? 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 Oh, gods, I can't say the name. Baphomet? Oh, come on, there's gotta be something in here. Oh my, maybe I have something here, maybe I have something. Oh god, ammo. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save here. Alright, we're gonna see how well this thing takes pistol shots. You know, I didn't even fully load this thing. That seemed like a dumb idea. In retrospect, that was stupid. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, so, no. So basic guns are not going to work on a fucking demon, it turns out. I can at most stun it with a shot. And then I will be immediately ripped apart. So, last resort. So it came down from the roof in here. God, I think it knows I'm in here. There's something on its back. Strange. It works for Caleb. I think I need to find a gun. Like, I'm nearly positive there has to be a shotgun around here. The blood guy, if you prefer. More shotgun shells. Still no shotgun. Oh. Does he know where I am? Shit, does he know where I am? Oh god. A shotgun. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Come on, come on. Please don't see me. I'm hiding behind my wing. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Holy shit. Alright, we need to wait for him to, like, go back downstairs. Oh, man. There's no key. Shot of whiskey and a mugger's whale. A great pombo. Wait, a shot of whiskey and a mugger's ale. Oh gods. And there it goes. Shit. Kaylee, the blood guy. Oh, blood guy from, like, the protagonist of Blood. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I know where it is. I just don't know where to get a key for it. There is a big sword sticking out of his back. Maybe I can grab it? Maybe I could grab the sword. Post a video in the live stream chat so you can understand my love for Rosie. A good combo to put any dreams to rest. A shot of whiskey and a mug of whalers. A shot of whiskey and a mug of whalers. Shit. Maybe... Oh. He's here. He's here. Come on. Oh! Oh, gods. Oh, gods. Come on. Please leave. Leave. Leave alone. God damn it. Okay, so I got the key. I had the key. I got the key. The key is on his freaking back, really? Okay. Well. Alright. Turn off this lamp. Turn off this. Okay. Ah! Is that Russian accent cute? Well, I figured out what to do now. I need to, like, grab the key off his back. I should probably have a stun bulb ready on him. So let's go ahead and do this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stun bulb him. And then vanish into the dark. God damn it! Ugh. Frickin' bullshit! Bullshit! Maybe I need to stun bulb him, like, and then rush him? No, I need to get him while he's looking around somehow. Okay, well, wait. Do I do this? Alright, top down. That's not the key? Frick. I'm gonna check myself. Files. Keys. What key did I pick up? Slaughter Goat Basement. Key to the basement of the Slaughter Goat Cavern. Okay, so I can escape. So I need to get down through the elevator again into the basement. And get the fuck out of here. Hard to do when I don't know where the frick I'm going. Come on, go up. Up, 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 up. Get out of here, get out of here. Frick. Oh my god, okay. Oh. Oh boy. I will say, that was an amazing horror sequence. However, I think this might be a good stopping point. Just want to see what happens. I think this might be a good stopping point. Oh boy. Okay, so I will be looking for this game when it comes out to like full release. When it gets out of early access, this is definitely gonna be on my to stream list once it gets out of early access. 100%. Holy shit, that house was too tense. That house was too tense. It felt like anything I did could get me murdered. Anyway, I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye.